Hello friends and welcome to Home and Heart. My name is Janine, I'm the owner and founder of Home and Heart, and today I'm going to do a terracotta decoupage pots. And this is a really fun and easy little craft to do, especially in springtime. It adds a nice little pop of color to your garden or to your tabletop. This is the finished product. So it's just a little tiny terracotta pot that's been painted with a cheerful color paint, and the decoupage is just a little bit of a paper napkin. So my supplies are, of course, the terracotta pot, and you can use any size that you'd like. I'm using some Mod Podge. I've got a yellow acrylic paint, but you can use any color paint that you'd like as your base color. I've got a couple of paint brushes, and I've already put my Mod Podge into another little container and put it in my little right there. And my napkin. So this is the napkin that I've used. I got this at the dollar store, and I have a matching tablecloth that goes with it. So for springtime, for craft classes or for entertaining, you can use these napkins, and then you can have the matching pot to go with your tabletop. I'm only using the trim of this today because my pots are so small. Now, if you're using a larger pot, you may want to use a little bit more of the napkin, but I've just cut a little bit of the trim off. And so with your scissors, you take your napkin, and if you're teaching a class for this craft, of course, you'd give each person a napkin and scissors, but these are the supplies that you would be using. So I've just trimmed the part that I want here, and I'll just do that again, show you. I have decided to use the pink trim. I've done this a couple of different ways. I've tried it with the pink at the bottom, with the pink at the top, and you can also do it where you just cut out the little images, the little shapes of the flowers, and do those individually. But I'm going to trim using the pink. And it doesn't take too much. That's probably about it. Before you get started with your painting, you should sort of decide, lay it on your pot and kind of decide which way you want to do it. If you want to do it with the pink at the bottom, pink at the top, or if you want to cut them out into little shapes. But just kind of get the right size. For this time I'm going to actually just kind of cut around a couple of things that are going to lay on top of the other. So just make a couple of trim parts because we're going to need to lay this down over. Okay. Broken that down into little pieces. So that's ready to go. Okay, so first I'm going to paint my pot. And I'll use a larger brush. Actually, just do the whole thing like this. Now you may want to wear gloves when you're doing this, otherwise you will get a little bit of paint on your fingers, as I do, but you may want to just enjoy that experience of having the paint on your fingers as well. we go. Yeah, just a nice little bit of paint. These make nice little gifts too. If you want to take them to a friend's home with a little herb, or filled with candies, or just something fun. I use another little brush just to smooth out the top, because the top is going to show. Yeah, okay, there we go. There's my base coat, and I'll just put it down. Okay, so after that's dried, you'll be ready to go. And I don't even need another brush. I just dip it into my Mod Podge and lay down a base coat of the glue. There's some really cool recipes for homemade Mod Podge if you just feel like doing this one day and you don't have a chance to get to the craft store. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to lay it like that. And then I'm going to just kind of fold it a little bit. The folding actually will look kind of cool once you've got your final coat down. It gives it a little bit of texture, so don't worry too much about the puckering. Just lay it down as best as you can. And then you're going to just lay your glue on top. And this will take a couple hours to dry to the point where it's shiny. And you can leave it like that. You can put some lacquer on it if you'd like. Yeah. And there we go. Quite simple. This one, I think I want to touch it up a little bit more with some paint at the top. There we go. All right, thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoy your little terracotta decoupage pot.